Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from one of the premier high rollers and one of the more interesting heroes to do late game pivots on, and that is Gallywix, showing off a game where we got a lot of early tempo and committed a lot of resources to a tempo comp and stabilized the game. And we find ourselves 1, 2, 3 pieces of resources to put in hand that are effectively able to transition away from our original comp, a Hogger, a Brand, that kind of stuff. And biding time to the right moment to flush our entire board and just full pivot in the different comp. It's one of those heroes, Gallywix is, that even if you're playing a tempo comp, even if you're playing for like, you know, we'll call it Mama Bear builds or like a Death Rattle comp or Taunt comp or whatever, to stabilize, you aren't immediately giving up the lobby. And if you can get a turn where you can tank a little damage, maybe get a ghost, whatever it might be, go to 6. If you've been banking gold throughout the game, 20, 30 gold in one turn can full pivot into a different comp in this meta. All right, enjoy. Of total tribes in the game is not really a good option because it just makes it less likely to find synergy in the game. Don't think that's the way we want to shift things. No Bran, unfortunately. We get our buddy next turn pretty much no matter what we do. We can play toward Baron, we can play toward Mama Bear, and we can play toward Tony, all of which are decent directions. Now remember, we stabilize next turn off of like a 10-10 buff. More likely like a 15-15 buff. So it's probably Mama Bear, right? It's a no Murloc lobby. We have a clean line here to get online. I don't hate the Tony. Hey, Harain. I did see the messages keep coming in. I can look at what you're saying later. I just don't tend to focus while on stream. But yeah, I get your concern. And maybe you have a better solution, you know, just doing what you suggested initially. Lovely. That's a good first hit. It's not. Acceptable. Terrible. Actually acceptable, isn't it? Because it value trades. We just need to get Bran off the board. That was the concern. Never mind. Acceptable. 6 damage, 9 to 15. What am I complaining about? We could just level. Take a 10-10. Go to 5. I don't hate it. I mean, we're gonna lose, but we're 28, right? Yeah, actually, I kind of hate it. Alright, there's gonna be a beast. That's a beast. Actually, good things. Let's not complain there. Bird buddies. Is there any world that we buff the bird buddy over the mama bear? No, right? It's close. Close enough to think about, but... And then we're just gonna level with the second bird buddy and go look for 5 stars. Worth considering. Not good enough to actually do. Get him, bird buddy. Nothing like a good bird buddy board mid-game. Ah, it's good to have the attack animations back. Just to burn a few more seconds of my time. Alright. It is what it is. We get 12 gold on Tavern 5 next turn. Mama Bear with a Taunted High Mane buys us a little bit of time. The Bird Buddies, well, there are a lot of stats too, right? Like at this stage of the game, each Bird Buddy is representing somewhere around 15 stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beasts. 4 of them on the board at the same time when something dies. For the first 1, 2, 3-ish. So like each one represents up front like a 12-12, and then it's just a question of how much value do they get after the taunts go down. It's a Mama Bear song? It is a very fitting song. Take our Mama Bear out. Also like to see more heroes rotate in and out of the game more commonly. I just want variety back in the game. Buddies kinda... It's hard, man. It's hard to enjoy the game after a couple thousand games played with buddies when every game plays out the same way. And that's my biggest complaint, and you guys know that because you're around here all the time. That the games just, they kinda become formulaic. Solid hits. Very solid hits. This may have been my personal worst. It's the hardest one to stay invested in. Gotta find another thing to do, you know? I do like triples. Do you guys like triples? Do you like triples? Because I like triples. There's a Hogger. We might have time to get online with Hogger too. Turn 9. We could pivot Eliza Hogger. Another 50k catch and release. I love it, Pit Viper. Yo, dude. We'll raid somebody. Every day. I like it. I like you now. I like you a lot now. How you like me now? Baby crush. We don't want these things anyway. Just gotta go find good boards anyway. Cleave's a little annoying. Just don't raid Harain, he shit talks Guff. Cause fuck Guff. The problem child of the meta. Get out of here, Guff. No Guff enjoyers in chat. Meh. Pretty low damage. Alright, so we have 4 extra gold next turn. We're 1 Hogger away from being infinite, remember? Because we're Gallywix. No, it's a delayed infinite. Interesting. The Baron does change things a little bit. So no other Hogger, no Tony. We could take that. It's not awful. Can try to reborn here too. One, 2 open board spaces. This needs 3. This thing's gonna fill behind. But yeah, not a spectacular turn by any means. We're looking for Bran, we're looking for Hogger. We go infinite off the second Hogger after like 2 turns. And Bran for the double buddy turn. We're not leveling, we're not gonna go 6 and try to shoot the moon with like 2 Tribe of Malgadon or something. So we just look for things that make substantial upgrades to the board. They're low cost to sub to the board. We look for Hogger, we look for Bran. We look for free gold. Amazing how this board is a 93 to die to us, isn't it? The power of Golden Bird Buddy. Bird Buddy's a hell of a drug. Bird Buddy, no! It just dumped like a shitload of stats on that board. Alright, easy clap. Reborn Coiler helps a lot too. But Bird Buddy took 4 things to die up front and casually dropped in their 2020. Yeah, Bird Buddy's scary at the beginning of the game. It's running its course. Yeah, I got 1 turn on double buddy. Don't think we're selling 2 anytime soon. I don't want to bank that gold and hold it for a later turn to make 1 gold. Alright, game. We can do this. Get out of Eliza. Just not that great. Another taunt is okay if we had another reborn. Another reborn's okay if we had another taunt. Alright, next turn's gonna be a long one. Gotta go quickly. Disconnect? I never disconnect. You can't do it for lobby legends. I don't do it on ladder. Outside of the game starting to lag like a ton. Don't have anything against people that disconnect. I just choose not to. I think it's pretty shitty for streaming. It's my biggest complaint with it. Ew. If we could hit here, we had a chance. Because the Reborn Coiler can kill the Bronze Warden. It's close. It's just not going to get there. Not anymore, you mean? Well, you mean problem with disconnecting? I never had a problem with people disconnecting. Viewers like seeing battles? Yep. Yeah, from a content creator standpoint, it's not a very smart move. From a competitor standpoint, you should. Obviously. Alright, 85 seconds. We want Bran. We want... No. Selfless is okay. Probably should take it. Mama's not good enough. We want any pirate. Imagine getting a second Hogger at any point in this game. I have to get out of one of these. Okay. Not great, not awful. You could Argus too. A lot of gold next turn. Imagine getting Bran at any point this game. Imagine getting a Bran or another Hogger at any point this game. Like, we went to 5 aggressively, and we really need to find one of 2 cards to win the lobby. And we pretty much just rolled and played tempo and stayed alive and didn't take any damage, maximizing the chance of finding those 2 cards. And we missed for like 15 turns in a row. Like, quite literally 5 turns in a row. Somewhere in the range of like 100 gold. It's kind of crazy. Not my favorite result. Give me another beast. It's not a beast. Looks good enough to me. Whittling him down with a bunch of 1/1s or 2/2s. Alright, so we have 19 gold this turn. We go to 6. We have a Bran. Where is my Hogger, Bob? I'm gonna throw a fit. Oh, man. Take the blood gems. Oh, you showed up for work. Might be too hard to take this turn. Because I can take the Gambler, then I can take this, play this through. Otherwise I have to sell one of these, or I have to break a Liza, which I don't want to do for the turn. It's too many stats. Seamworse. We're gradually pulling it back. Crocodile can be sold now, 1 beast. Why would you need more than 1 beast? The crocodile still buffs this when these things die. It's a lot of stats. If we had something better to put in there, sure. But we don't. So let's not sell things before they're the weakest thing to sell. The weakest thing on the board. I mean, of initial cleaves, I guess that's pretty good. We'll take it. It's a pretty good result. Game. We're not likely to get to all Amalgadons. I am going to restart here. If you can't tell, it is very laggy. We'll do it manually. What a pivot? I mean, this is what it looks like when you get the second Hogger. Like, we just need to get the second Hogger. Now we have 20, 30 gold per turn. The game starts to lag really, really, really hard. Nothing you can really do about it. Should have taken that off in the first one. Like, look at the frame rate now. Like, I can do actions twice as fast as I was able to do on the previous turn. Not like I need all the time in the world for this turn, because we're not actually infinite. We need another turn or two to get close to that. Alright, not if we're gonna buy garbage like this, though. Like, that's not gonna happen then. Do we need to zap against this guy? Yeah. Fix your game? Yeah, it'd be really nice if they would. I like the double Wind Fury attacks early. Problem is this has spores on it. We could Argus up these guys. They do kill the Macaw. It's a Dragon Lobby. We could try to get toward Presters. I should have bought this one first, or I was gonna play it through on this board, but whatever. Well, I won it. Question is, do I want to keep Zap or do I want to keep Bran? Maybe I'm just out of Bran. Golden Bran here is so cool, but is that really what I'm doing at this point in the game? I want that Presters a lot. I think that's what we do. We Presters for the turn. We keep the Bran. We use the Bran for next turn. Yeah, Presters is nuts here. Too bad we didn't go first. Stops a reset. Now we have Spores attacking, which isn't the end of the world. That was the best hit. Good hit. Spores, you're the fucking best. I just want you to know that. You little Spores, you're the best. You did a great job. It was everyone else that sucked. The selfless hero, not pulling his weight. But Spores, you pulled your weight. You get your gold star. Should have waited, actually. In case we found another Amalgadon. Yeah, we're just not incentivized to go play all pirates. What we are incentivized to do is get the Golden Baron and zap. We're gonna want Presters again for next turn. No Argus Selfless? No. You did play around Zap with the Spore. Not like it really matters. We got too big. As long as we zap here and then we play Selfless Baron, like he doesn't have enough minions on the board to be able to get by the Amalgadons. Like the problem with Goldrinn Beast and why it is so ridiculously bad right now is there's only like 8 bodies on the board. And whenever things have Divine Shield and Poison, you just concede to it. It's a great stat board, but stats aren't relevant. Yeah, I mean, we probably should take an Argus if we see it. Just wasn't a concern against the last guy, and since we're APM pirates, like, we can search for whatever we want. Yeah, it seems like a reasonable tech piece here. It's already, the lag is ramping up yet again. You can see the delay start to occur again. There's an Argus. You could have considered Ghoul there too then. I don't really like it because we're playing Presters. Reborn Amalgadon? Why? Cost gold. Like a first position Amalgadon's pretty bad to reborn, and the back one has spores on it. Has 2 spores, so we can't reborn this one. Alright, works out reasonably well. Gotta do it again. So the Presters needs to be 7th. We need to pick up blood gems, and then we need to pull the spored thing to either position 2 or 3. Judging by the fact that he's always going to have Divine Shield Taunt on 2. Yeah, it's just not good enough. Reborn's still not good enough. We're in trouble here, aren't we? Because we can't play a card to the board. Alright. It's gonna snipe the Presters. I can't do anything about it. Alright, he sold Zap. I can't really play around the Zap in a meaningful way here. Now Zap kills Presters, that's fine, but as long as we go first on a 50-50, it's irrelevant. Like, we have to sacrifice something on this board. That we can't really get this thing above 5 unless I had 6 or 4 more blood gems. Or 3 more blood gems. If I could get 3 more blood gems, I could make it so that he kills the Selfless Hero. But since we couldn't find the Presters till like super late in that turn, and we only found 6 blood gems, I should have taken this to 6 and then just searched for blood gems. If I did it quick enough and, you know, thought through what my process should have been there, bringing this to 6 and this to 6 would have made it so he kills Selfless Hero. That would have been the better play. We still counterplay Zap that way, but it wasn't optimal. As long as you didn't kill Baron up front, though, we're actually in really good shape. Because even if we don't get the value trade, this thing still has spores and this thing still reshields, so we're up a unit on him. Because this thing can now trade things. These guys kill themselves. So you basically have Deflecto into Deflecto, and as long as one of these bodies hits one of the main bodies of Deflecto,